Hello, welcome to another exciting episode of Bizom's podcast, Master of Change. Today, I am your host Shrey Tewari in conversation with one of the serving ice cream companies which have the luxurious, glorious 50 years of experience in Indian market. Today, I have with me Mr. Anurag Ramani, Director of Ramani Ice-cream Company with us. So, how are you, Anurag?
I'm good, Shrey. How are you? Thank you for having me.
I'm totally good. Me personally being a very sweet tooth myself, so I am very much excited to understand the journey of Ramani. Just a little bit brief about Ramani, how Ramani has evolved through the glorious legacy and growth of 50 years.
Yeah.
So just can you take us through that?
Alright, so as you rightly mentioned, it's a 40-year-old organization. It was started by my great-grandfather, Shrey Kukreja. It started out as a very small shop in the market in Bhopal. It's still there today and one of a great performing counter still. It was taken over by the second generation, my father's generation, after a while. And at that time, we used to sell a brand from Agra called Madhu Ice Cream. The name of the shop that was there was Top and Town, and we used to retail Madhu Ice Cream procured from Agra. What happened back then was, the infrastructure to sell ice cream, and by infrastructure, I mean electricity and transportation. Transportation there's refrigerated vehicles, and road transportation as well was very poor. Another interesting thing about ice cream industry is that approximately 70% of the business is done during the summer months. Back then it used to be 85%. So during these peak summer months of 3 months, Madhu Ice Cream really struggled to provide us with the adequate amount of supply. And because there was a significant business dependence on these summer months, my father's generation, these guys decided, they were 5 brothers, they decided to take a big bold bet of starting their own manufacturing ice cream company under the brand Top and Town, which was the brand name of the store. So they started by setting up a small factory just above the shop on the first floor. So we used to live on the second floor. They used to live on the second floor. First floor pe factory dali, and ground floor pe there used to be a shop. So we started from there, and it has been an incredible journey. And
That's totally inspiring for all of us.
Yeah.
So basically, ice cream is a cheat meal.
Yeah.
For all of us. I think all the sweet tooths and person who are not sweet tooth as well.
Yeah.
So just on the other front, what is your favorite flavor of Top and Town ice cream?
Alright, so I mean, obviously I have to like them all, but so there's one product that I'm the most proud of. There's one that's my favorite. The one that I'm most proud of would be an ice cream that we recently launched like a couple of years back. It's called Superstar. So it's basically a kids focused ice cream. And so basically the consumer insight behind this was that the kid in the house or a kid in general prefers ice cream over any other dessert, and they have a significant pull within the family. So along with them, they bring 3 other customers as well, and kid is intolerant, they want what they want, right? So we designed a product called a star shaped ice cream along with a free gift, and star kind of captured the imagination of the child as well. So so Superstar is one product that I'm really proud of. The product that I like the best would be Wildberry cheesecake. I honestly love cheesecakes, and it's my cheat meal.
Great. I love to try that again for sure.
Yeah.
So basically, Ramani Ice-cream Company has been one of the early adopters of digital transformation across India.
Yeah.
Can you just take us through how the technology has played his role in terms of growing and expansion of Ramani Ice Cream across all these years?
So, one thing about all tech companies or internet first companies and why they're able to grow so quickly is that they have real-time visibility end-to-end into their business, right? Everything is digital, so you have data on everything, and if you have data on everything, you have real-time visibility of your business. If you have both these things in place, you can do a great amount of analysis, and analysis karne se, you can improve very quickly. You can compound really quickly, right? So I think in terms of digital transformation, making everything every aspect of business where we did not have an end-to-end visibility, mapping that to a software has really been helpful. It has helped in standardization of output to a certain extent. So let's say software, it kind of lines multiple stakeholders into one same page. So let's say let's pick something as simple as ordering food on Zomato, right? There's you, the customer, there's the delivery partner, there's a restaurant. In a non-software world, carrying out this transaction of ordering, delivery person reaching, and then coming to your location would have been a very complex multi-call affair. But because of the software in place, it's as easy as just ordering and getting your food in 30 minutes, right? So that's what software enables, and that's what Bizom has done for us as well when it comes to the last mile of our business, which is distribution and retail sales. So, and that's the most important aspect for any FMCG company as well. And real-time visibility into that has absolutely transformed how we conduct our business and conduct our day-to-day activities.
That's totally lovely to hear that.
Yeah.
I think can you share some metrics where implementation of Bizom helped Top and Town growing in some metrics or the other? Can you take us through that?
Sure. So we in a pre-Bizom era, we did not have visibility into metrics of our sales and distribution after the dispatch. So primary के अलावा, I think FMCG folks would understand this word. Primary के अलावा we did not have visibility into how the business is performing उसके आगे जाके, right? So one metric that has definitely improved for us now in the Bizom era is value per outlet. That is, how much business we do per outlet. So that has definitely improved. We can, because we have data of how the outlet is performing on a monthly, weekly or quarterly basis versus the data of how it had performed historically, we know real time which outlet is underperforming and which outlet may require an intervention. Except for that, I think it kind of helps in resource allocation as well. Every business is about resource allocation. If we put our company assets, our company deep freezers in a particular outlet which is not performing, in a pre-Bizom era, it would have taken a certain amount of time to redeploy that asset to any other location where we may get a better ROI. But in the Bizom era, it's instantaneous.
It's great to hear that you have quoted Bizom and pre-Bizom era.
Yeah.
Now Bizom is already in an era. So as we can already understand from your words that you are really focused on standardizing the output.
Yeah.
Can you just take us through where we have helped or the Bizom has helped in a way that visibility of distributors inventory that can help you achieving one step ahead of what you were doing at some time? Can you just take us through what visibility has helped you through? What kind of strategies that you have derived out of that?
So one thing that has really helped, a great ripple effect of having real-time distributor visibility has been for our frontline sales team. Whenever they visit an outlet, again in a pre-Bizom era, you had to, I don't know how the pre-Bizom era worked. I think I intervened when Bizom was there, but they have a real-time visibility. So while they're at the outlet taking an order, they have a real-time visibility of the distributor stock. So they can take the order of only those items or only those SKUs which are actually available with the distributor, and this helps in increasing the fulfillment percentage significantly. So that has really helped, yes. Increasing productivity as well, a ripple effect, yeah.
That's amazing to know. So over the last 50 years of your business, you've been a pioneer of that certainly in Madhya Pradesh and in and around Madhya Pradesh.
Yeah.
The pricing factor and the marketing factor, how has changed over the years, and how the Bizom data analytics front has helped you take a wiser and the better decisions all across, since you have SFA in place, you have DMS in place with Bizom.
Yeah.
How it has helped you driving your pricing strategies and the demand strategies over the years?
Okay, alright. So in terms of marketing, how Bizom has helped us is, so if let's say, in launching any new SKU, we can actually track real time what is the penetration of that SKU, and actually drive effectively that penetration throughout our retail base and make a product successful. Another thing is, because we have a real-time visibility into the consumption patterns of every outlet, when we devise a particular or create a sort of a product brief for a product to be launched in the market, we can before even entering the market, we can define the sort of opportunity size, the kind of revenue that we can do from a particular SKU, and we can actually define the kind of production that we need to do for any new SKU that we're launching. So this is where I think we have really leveraged Bizom.
So that totally takes me down to the next question, that is how the marketing has helped you over the years. Predominantly, you being a director of a company, you have selected Bizom. What kind of factors or the key factors that you were looking after when you were selecting Bizom, or when you were going through a criteria of successfulment of Bizom?
Yeah.
How that has helped? What were the factors that you were looking at?
So when we decided to pursue an SFA and a DMS solution, there were three things that we looked for: ease of use, current clientele, and the variety of features available which were relevant to us. Bizom stood out in all three. The ease of use has been significant, and I think my team can vouch for it as well. The second would be current clientele. Again, clientele kind of mattered in case of this software, because sort of wisdom of crowd coming to play. So you have such a great clientele, and they have a great team, and that great team brings a lot of good suggestions, and you kind of implement them. I know for myself that you are great at implementing suggestions, so that's there. So whatever learnings you have from there, I also get a benefit of that because I work with you. Yeah.
Thank you for that. So just this takes me to the different questions on the implementation of Bizom. You have already have an operating excellence. You are one step ahead. Once you were implementing Bizom, what kind of challenges, can you take us through that? What kind of challenges that you encountered when you were integrating solution from your existing solution to Bizom, or the processes that initially been there at Ramani Ice-cream Company, and now how has this been transformed your digitization journey in Ramani Ice-cream?
So it was honestly, it has been a very tough journey. It took us a great amount of time to get this change management in place. Essentially, when we started out, the response what was that the software should work as how we presently work. The software should adapt to us, but I think when you're taking a step like this, you kind of have to align all your forces, internal and external stakeholders, that you have to bend yourselves according to this new set of protocol which has been defined in the software. The software will not bend itself towards how you presently work, right? So that is a part of normal change and a digital change as well. So that was there. We started out with a carrot approach. We were very pleasant in how we tried to drive this, but we eventually realized that the stick approach is more effective, and what we decided was all the stakeholders that were affected by Bizom coming into place, all the incentives of those stakeholders, we just map it to KPIs in Bizom, and that kind of instantly led to an adoption.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Many other new companies who might be adopting Bizom, I think this are tried and tested method. Yeah.
Thank you for vouching on that. So basically, we have seen the inspirational growth from Madhu Ice Cream to Top in Town, which is there. A legacy of 15 years down the line. You being a long-standing player in this FMCG ice cream industry, we would just like to understand you as a role of a director, helping in digitizing this industry and digitizing Ramani Ice Cream. How do you see FMCG industry grow in terms of digitization and as far as innovation as well?
Alright, so lots to unpack here. In terms of second generation, my role for digitization, again, if you're a second generation in a business, there's no one that hands you responsibility. You have to go out and grab as much responsibility as you can and gradually keep grabbing it. So that's what I did. I kind of picked up responsibility where I felt responsibility was abdicated and was critical to the company as well. So I picked all digital initiatives, which was Bizom adoption, ERP, and setting up an e-commerce vertical. I think in a sea of mistakes that I've made, these three have kind of stood the test of time. And in terms of how this will play out, how digital transformation will play out in FMCG. If I had to answer in terms specifically of DMS and SFA, I cannot fathom how any FMCG company can survive without or thrive without having SFA or DMS in place. It's an absolute must. I think a lot of companies think that you need to be at a certain level of maturity to get this adoption in place. If I was starting from scratch, I think I would have these systems in place from day one, because after a certain period of maturity, getting old habits die hard, getting internal and external stakeholders to this new system would have been very hard instead of starting fresh. So I think every company needs to adopt to SFA and DMS to thrive in their business. I think that's my 2 cents. Yeah.
Thank you, Anurag, for taking us down to such a great stories and implementation of Bizom and how it has helped through years and years. So as we know that you are leveraging such insights from Bizom, can you just take us through one small success stories that you have come across over the last year or so that has helped you grow as a company and as well as an individual as well?
So one success story, and this success story came in very early in our Bizom journey, and hence the conviction as a company for Bizom. So basically, once we got a real-time visibility on how our outlets were performing on a city level, on a format level, on a tehsil city level, सारी चीजें देख पा रहे थे. We got to understand that there are certain type of store formats that were very successful across rural towns, tehsil towns, and they actually got up to do a great amount of business within a very short span of time.